a dark autumn night, a lady who had just finished conducting a training session at a factory in the countryside stood alone at a bus stop, patiently waiting for the bus to arrive and take her back into the city. 10 minutes had passed. The bus should have arrived by now, she thought to herself, and yet there she still was, waiting. Then, out of the corner of her eye, she saw something. A man was slowly approaching towards the bus stop, and her. Please don't be a weirdo, she thought to herself. Where the hell is this bus? Sure enough, when the person entered the light of the bus stop, she was filled with a feeling of dread. He looked homeless and reeked of a foul odor. $3, he said. Excuse me? She replied. $3, he repeated. I'm sorry, I don't have $3, she replied. And then he just stood there, silently staring at her. She became quite afraid at this point and was about to ask him to move away when he spoke again. $3. She had had enough. This guy was genuinely giving her the creeps, and she felt scared and vulnerable. Look, I don't have $3, she snapped at him. Now leave me alone, or I'll call the police. He looked at her, then he looked around, and then just left. He walked past her and headed on his way down the road into the night. He had moved on, but this certainly didn't make her feel any better. She replayed in her head what had just transpired, and then quickly began to think of what she should do next. She was all alone in an unfamiliar area, waiting for a bus that looked like it would never come. Now she felt extremely frightened. What if he came back? What would she do then? As she decided to get her phone and call a taxi, the bus arrived. Oh, thank goodness, she thought. And as soon as the door opened, she jumped aboard and took a seat. Her heart was racing, but she was safe. The door closed, and she asked the driver, "How much?" The driver replied, $3, as he knocked her unconscious, switched out the lights, and then drove away, off into the night.